It's your first trip to Japan. You survived the 16-hour flight, the hour-and-a-half ride from Narita Airport to Tokyo, and even your first dinner, where a plate of sashimi strangely, surreally floated up to your nose until you realized that it was not the sashimi rising, but you, smiling sheepishly at your friends, falling asleep into a piece of raw fish. But that was then. Now your watch, which is set for Tokyo time, tells you it's 4 a.m., but your body isn't buying that. You're wide awake, and so you remember the advice of a friend who warned you that this was bound to happen. The happening place to be in Tokyo at 4 in the morning, he said, is Tsukiji Market. So you go. Now, Tsukiji Market is one of the largest, if not the largest, fish market in the world. In any case, this place is huge, covering over 50 acres of waterfront on Tokyo Bay. Nearly all the fish arriving in Tokyo move through here 6 days a week, and that's a lot of fish. According to the United Nations, Japanese fleets catch over 11 million tons of fish a year, and Japan consumes about a third of the world's market in seafood. This place, Tsukiji, is the nexus of all this activity. By the time you show up, it's 5 in the morning, and everywhere you look, people are bustling around. Inside an enormous warehouse, there's crates, vats of water, tubs of ice, machinery, tables, stacks and stacks of styrofoam boxes, and guys in rubber boots scooting around these two-wheeled carts. There's more fish here than you've ever seen in your life in one place. Mackerel, shrimp, lobster, mussels, eels, salmon, cod, crab. In one area, there's about a dozen people opening scallops and packing the meat in styrofoam boxes. Those squeaky sounds, that's the styrofoam. Over near the wharf is a very mysterious sight. There are rows and rows of these frozen carcasses, and around and above them a cloud of vapor rises, blending with the early morning fog. They look a little bit like frosted organic torpedoes. They're tuna, and these babies weigh up to 700 pounds apiece. Each one is tagged, and their tails are lopped off. Guys come around with these hooks in their hands. They look a little bit like grappling hooks, and they hook into that pink circle of meat where the tail's been cut off. They'll gouge out a little piece of the tuna meat and rub it around with their fingers, checking out the quality. That's the signal that the tuna auction is about to start. The auctioneer climbs onto a little platform and a group of men congregate nearby. One at a time, the fish go on the block, the buyers indicating their intentions with nods and hand gestures, the auctioneer getting into the rhythm and the groove of his gravelly voiced bark. There's so many tuna that several auctions go on simultaneously. Each auctioneer, of course, has his own inimitable style. You can even walk between two auctions and get the flavor of both of them in counterpoint. As it nears 6 in the morning and sunlight filters into the marketplace, you wander around the hundreds of stalls that surround Tsukiji. Lots of little soba shops that serve up delicious noodle soup, and their smells begin to work their magic. Your stomach begrudgingly admits that it is indeed breakfast time, and you think to yourself, yes, I think I'm getting into sync with Japan.